Hi, I'm Ricardo Bosi, one of your New South Wales Senate candidates for the Conservatives. What's your most precious possession? Your house? Perhaps your car? Let's elevate our thinking above our property. How about your life? Or your liberty? How about your vote? That's right, your vote. Because without your vote, your life, liberty and property can be taken from you through bad laws passed by bad governments. It's happened all throughout history, and in my opinion, it's happening now, right here in Australia. On the 18th of May this year, Australians will be going to the polls to elect our 46th Parliament. This election will be the most important since we became an independent nation 118 years ago. Australia is facing unprecedented challenges and real dangers, and it is imperative we choose the right people to represent us. We will be electing members for both the House of Representatives and half the Senate. On election day, you will receive 2 ballot papers, a small green one for the House of Representatives, and that ballot will determine which party forms government, and it will be either the Liberal Party or the Labor Party. The second ballot paper you receive will be a large white one, which allows you to decide who will sit in the Senate, and that's what I'd like to talk to you about today. On the Senate ballot paper, you may vote in one of 2 ways, either above the line or below the line. This is the famous line. Above the line will be a series of boxes with the name of a political party for which you may vote. The order in which they appear is chosen randomly by the Australian Electoral Commission. For the purpose of this example, I have created 10 party names, but the real white ballot paper for the Senate will have many more. Below the line will be a series of boxes with the names of the candidates from each political party. These names appear in the priority order determined by the party. In order to cast a valid vote for the Senate, you must either number at least 6 boxes above the line or number at least 12 boxes below the line. Thus, now to keep your vote alive for as long as possible, vote well beyond 6 boxes, but make sure you leave the boxes of the parties you do not want to support empty. As this is a half Senate election, only 6 candidates will be chosen from each state, and 2 from each of the mainland territories. Only those at the top of the party list have a real chance of being elected. So let me ask you a question. Do you trust the party bosses to pick the best quality candidates? Now let me ask you another question. If you were buying a car, would you buy the very first car that the very first salesman showed you? Of course not. You'd look around and do a bit of research first. You'd find out which car met your needs. So why would you buy the first candidate the party bosses pick for you? Are they going to pick a candidate that meets your needs or theirs? You might like to do a bit of research on the candidates and then decide for yourself who you know, like, or better still, trust to represent you and your values in Parliament. Let me give you a hypothetical example. Let's say you support the Very Serious Party. Let's say after doing some digging you decide that Sally Boulder is the best candidate and you place her at number 1. Then you'd continue numbering according to your choices. You might even ignore one because you don't like them and move on to the next party. And so on, and so on, and so on, and so on, going well beyond 12 in order to keep your vote alive, until the only remaining parties are those you do not support under any circumstances, and of course, you leave their boxes vacant. At this next election, use the green ballot paper to vote for the party you wish to form government. But get decent third-party insurance in the Senate by voting below the line for your choice of individuals whom you trust to represent you and your values in Parliament. Remember, your vote is your most precious possession. Give it to someone you trust. If you'd like to know how I'm voting, it will be 1. Sophie York, 2. Ricardo Bosi, and 3. Jim Molan of the Liberal Party. The rest, well, that's up to you.
Authorised by S. Vincent for Australian Conservatives, New South Wales, Dubbo.